Hello everyone and welcome to Game 3 of the IBL semifinals here on Wednesday, September 7th at CARSTAR Field at Bernie Arbour Memorial Stadium. My name is Jarrett Matthews and I've been your host for all Cardinals home games this season. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and click the bell icon to be notified for all Cardinals home games. It's currently 20 degrees and sunny here with a slight breeze towards third base. Today your Cardinals will be taking on the number 1 seed London Majors for the third time in 5 days. Last night, Hamilton dropped Game 2 of the best-of-5 series on the road in London 8-2. The Majors will be looking to win the series tonight and be moving on to the IBL Championship Series, but the Cardinals will be looking to win their first game against London this season and force a Game 4 back here on Friday. Here are today's starting lineups for both teams. First for the London Majors, batting first and playing second base is Jacob Newton. Batting second and playing third is Taylor Wright. Batting third, the designated hitter, Cleveland Brownlee. Batting fourth and playing catcher, Robert Mullen. Batting fifth and playing right field is Starling Joseph. Batting sixth and playing left field is Byron Reichstein. Batting seventh and playing first base is Dan Perrier. Batting eighth and playing center field is Austin Wilkie. Batting ninth, the shortstop, Keith Candell. And the starting pitcher today for the Majors is Pedro de los Santos. For the Hamilton Cardinals, batting first, playing left field is Dennis DeBanning. Batting second and playing shortstop is Luis Jean. Batting third and playing center field is Tyler Duncan. Batting fourth and playing second base is Lane Renault. Batting fifth and catching today is Ryan Burnside. Batting sixth and playing right field is Anthony Buonaiuto. Batting seventh and playing first base today is Jeremy Veilleux. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Robin Fox-Pappas. And batting ninth and playing third base is Jacob Underwood. Starting pitcher today for the Cardinals is Sam Turcotte. The umpires for today's game behind the plate is Mike Guthrow. Over at first is Alex Taccone. At second is Jeff Rose, and at third is Ben Mercier. We'll be back at 7:35 for the first pitch.
Starting lineup for your Hamilton Cardinals. Leading off, the left fielder, number 19, Dennis DeBanning. Batting second, the shortstop, number 12, Luis Jean. Batting third, the center fielder, number 55, Tyler Duncan. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 6, Lane Renault. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 32, Ryan Burnside. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 37, Anthony Buonoyuto. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 18, Jeremy Veilleux. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 44, Robin Fox Pappas. And batting ninth, the third baseman, number 5, Jacob Underwood. The starting pitcher for the Hamilton Cardinals is number 39, Sam Turcotte. Earlier this week, the IBL lost a member of its family, Peter Toppoli. The father of Damon Toppoli and the Toronto Maple Leafs third base coach for 7 years passed away at the age of 76. Peter spent time with the Ontario Blue Jays as an assistant coach and winning the 2005 USSA World Series with the team. He also served 3 terms as the president of Ontario Baseball. On behalf of the London Majors and the Hamilton Cardinals organizations, we extend our deepest condolences to the Toppoli family and the Maple Leafs organization. Please join us in observing a moment of silence in honor of Peter Toppoli. Thank you. Please remain standing and join Brooke Colley in the singing of O Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand
Fans, the first inning is brought to you by Shane Walsh at Investa Financial Services. And now it's time for Cardinals baseball.
And so here we
Leading
go.
off for the London Majors, number 38, Jacob Newton.
We're here for Game 3 of the IBL semifinals, with London winning Game 2 last night at home, 8-2. Sam Turcotte on the mound to start the game for Hamilton as first pitch is hit into left field, and it gets by the left fielder, Dennis DeBanding. And he's going to get into second safely. That was Jacob Newton with the first hit of the game. Extra bases, he's on second.
Now batting for London, number 29, Taylor Wright.
Taylor Wright at the plate now. Wright had 4 RBIs last night in Game 2, including a double. First pitch from Turcotte, a little low for ball 1. In the infield tonight for the Cardinals at third is Jacob Underwood. At short, Luis Jean. At second, Lane Renault. Over at first is Jeremy Veilleux. In the outfield from left to right, it's DeBanding, Duncan, and Buonaiuto. Burnside behind the plate receives the second pitch for a strike from Turcotte. London winners of 7 straight games dating back to August 19th against the Guelph Royals. The 1-1 hit on the ground, foul down the right side. Count moves to 1-2 on Wright. Newton still at second base. Wright having a very strong playoff so far. 12 for 25 with a home run and 12 RBIs. Now the 1-2 pitch from Turcotte. And that one's low, blocked by Burnside, the catcher. Now even at 2-2. Turcotte has also pitched very well so far in the postseason, a 3.60 ERA in 10 innings, striking out 8 batters. There's the 2-2 to Taylor Wright. And he slaps it hard at the second baseman, Lane Renault. Takes it on a hop, takes his time, throws over to first in time for the first out. Newton advances to third base, and there's one away.
Now batting for London, number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
Cleveland Brownlee at the plate now. Brownlee 1 for 3 in Game 1. Hits the first pitch on the ground to the first baseman, Veilleux. Flips it to Turcotte in time for the second out, but a run scores as Newton crosses the plate on the sacrifice.
Now batting for London, number 25, Robert Mullen.
So London with a 1-0 lead here after a leadoff double by Jacob Newton. Advanced on a couple of ground balls and scored. Now the base is empty and 2 away for the catcher, Robert Mullen. First pitch from Turcotte is hit into left field, and that'll drop in front of DeBanding. It'll be a single with 2 outs. Second hit of the game now for London.
Now batting for London, number 7, Starling Joseph.
Starling Joseph at the plate now, 2 for 4 with 2 doubles last night. Joseph in his first year with the majors from the Dominican Republic. Throw over from Turcotte, not in time. Now the first pitch to Joseph is low and outside, blocked by the catcher Burnside. Good job to keep it in front of himself there. Mullen will stay at first. Now the 1-0. Outside again, now 2-0. Cardinals trail 2-0 in this best-of-5 semifinal series. They defeated the Guelph Royals in 5 games in round 1 of the playoffs. A massive upset against the number 2 seed. They're going to need to win 3 straight to knock off London as well. That pitch finds the zone in the bottom corner. It's 2-1. The 2-1 to Joseph. And that looked like a curveball. He fouls it off. It's 2-2. Now the 2-2. And just a little bit high. Count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Joseph in the regular season versus Hamilton, 10 for 28 with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. He's got a full count with 2 away, man on first base. Payoff pitch. And he strikes him out. Turcotte gets out of the inning, just giving up that 1 run after the leadoff double by Jacob Newton. That remains the score heading to the bottom of the first.
1 run on 2 hits with 1 man left. Score after half an inning of play, London 1, Hamilton 0. Opening up the first inning for the Hamilton Cardinals, number 19, Dennis Devanning.
So it's Dennis Devanning, the left fielder, leading it off here in the bottom of the first inning for the Cardinals. Takes the first pitch inside from Pedro de los Santos. De los Santos so far 1-0 in the playoffs. Pitched 9 innings, struck out 13 batters, gave up 3 hits, no earned runs. Now the 2-0 to Devanning. He chops one to the shortstop, Candell. Throw over in time for the first out. In the infield tonight for the Majors, behind the plate, Robert Mullen.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 12, Luis Jean.
As I was saying, in the infield for the Majors at third base is Taylor Wright. At short, Keith Candell. Jacob Newton at second, and Dan Perrier at first. In the outfield from left to right, it's Reichstein, Wilkie, and Joseph. Luis Jean, the shortstop for Hamilton, now up with the bases empty and 1 away. Takes the first pitch for ball 1 on the outside from De Los Santos. Jean was 2 for 4 with a double in Game 1 and 1 for 5 last night in Game 2. Jean batting .413 in these playoffs so far. Been the best hitter for Hamilton. Now the 2-0 to Jean. Change up high. Now 3-0. To Los Santos in his 5th season with London, now the 3-0. And it's called strike 1. Jean thought it was a ball, but he'll head back into the box. Now 3-1. That one's taken outside now. It's a walk for Jean, and he's aboard with 1 away.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 55, Tyler Duncan.
The center fielder Tyler Duncan at the plate now. Duncan 2 for 3 with a stolen base last night. Has 2 home runs in the postseason. Both of them came in the first round against Guelph. Takes first pitch for strike 1 on the inside. Cardinals have yet to beat London so far this season in the playoffs or regular season. They'll need a win tonight to keep their season alive. This one's chopped on the ground to the third baseman, right on to second, over to first, in time for a 5-4-3 double play, and that'll end the inning. No runs come in for Hamilton. It's still 1-0 London heading to the second.
No runs, no hits, nobody left. Score after 1 complete inning of play is London 1, Hamilton 0. Getting hungry? Visit the Cardinals concession stand. Leading off the second for London, number 22, Byron Reichstein.
So Sam Turcotte back out there for Hamilton to start the second on the mound. Gave up the 1 run on 2 hits in that first inning, but struck out Joseph to end it. Byron Reichstein at the plate for the Majors takes strike 1. That one fouled off. 0-2. Reichstein 7 for 16 so far in the postseason. 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Now the 0-2 from Turcotte. And it's fouled off. He stays alive, 0-2. Majors hit .362 as a team versus the Cardinals during the regular season. Now the 0-2 from Turcotte. And he gets him to swing and miss. Back-to-back strikeouts dating back to the first inning. And there's 1 away.
Second inning is brought to you by Radius Restaurant and Pacific Plumbing. Now batting for London, number 15, Dan Perrier.
The first baseman Perrier at the plate. This one fouled off. Perrier 9 for 18 against the Cardinals in the regular season. Had 3 home runs as well. Infield shifted a bit to the right. That one taken for a strike on the off speed, now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. And called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts in this inning for Turcotte, 3 in a row.
Now batting for London, number 28, Austin Wilkie.
Turcotte really finding his groove after giving up that leadoff double. Austin Wilkie at the plate, the center fielder. First pitch taken. It's a little bit outside for ball 1. Now the 1-0 is fouled off, up and out of play down the right side. Now the 1-1. A little bit high, 2-1. Two-one pitch from Turcotte. And it's hit up the middle. It'll drop into right center field. Duncan takes it on a couple hops, throws it back in. It's a single for Austin Wilkie with 2 outs.
Now batting for London, number 12, Keith Candell.
So now the number 9 hitter and shortstop, Keith Candell, at the plate. He's got a man on first with 2 away. Candell had a double and a stolen base, as well as a run back in Game 1 of the series. That pitch dug out of the dirt by Burnside. Now the 1-0. Runner going. Wilkie headed to second. He'll get there easily as the pitch bounces by. He's rounding second. Going to hold up there, though. So it's a stolen base for Austin Wilkie, as he's now in scoring position here with 2 outs. With Candell at the plate, it's a 2-0 count. .2-0 from Turcotte gets him to swing and miss. 2-1. the 2-1 just misses outside, 3-1. Turcotte, 24 years old, from Toronto, played for Stony Brook in the NCAA, had a 3.98 ERA for them. Now 3-1 pitch. Taken for ball 4, so another runner aboard for the majors, and that'll bring it back to the top of the lineup.
Now batting for London, number 38, Jacob Newton.
Jacob Newton back at the plate, doubled in his first at bat. Later scored on a couple of ground balls. Now he's got runners on first and second here with 2 away. Hits the first pitch on the ground to the first baseman, and Veilleux makes a nice play to grab that ball and touch first. No runs come in. Another pretty good inning for Sam Turcotte. It's still 1-0 heading to the bottom of the second.
No runs on 1 hit and 2 men left. The score after an inning and a half of baseball, London 1, Hamilton nothing. Leading off the second for Hamilton, number 6, Lane Renault.
Lane Renault in the batter's box for Hamilton to lead off the bottom of the second inning. Still 1-0 for the Majors after they scored one in the top of the first inning. First pitch fouled off by Lane Renault. Renault starting at second base tonight. He's 6 for 26 so far in the postseason with 3 RBIs. Now the 0-1. That one's a little bit high. Even now, 1-1. De Los Santos still on the mound for London. Now 1-1 count. Change up, misses upstairs, 2-1. Lane Renault with a .287 average against right-handers in the regular season. He's facing a lefty here. Now the 2-2. Renault gets a piece of that one, fouls it off his leg to stay alive. Renault had a very strong finish to the regular season and the beginning of the playoffs. He batted .452 in the month of August with 11 RBIs. Here comes the 2-2 pitch again. He gets a good chunk of that one, but he fouls it down the right field line. Now the 2-2. And strike 3 called on the outside. Lane Renault goes down looking.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 32, Ryan Burnside.
So De Los Santos strikes out Lane Renault to get the first out here in the bottom of the second now. Ryan Burnside, the catcher, also started the game at pitcher last night. Takes the first pitch for ball 1 from De Los Santos. Burnside 8 for 29 in these playoffs. 1 home run, 2 RBIs. That home run came in game 1 of this series. That one taken for a strike. 1-1. Outside. 2-1. 2-1 is well inside now. 3-1 to Burnside. Base is empty. 1 away. Burnside 385 in August. 16 total bases. Now the 3-1 pitch. And ball 4 upstairs. He'll take a walk.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 37, Anthony Buonaiuto.
Yeah, what you know about going out, head west, rednecks, TVs, all up in the headrest, trying to live it up, like June in your truck, beats all good it up, niggas looking for what, jig with a touch, shit.
Anthony Buonaiuto making the start in right field tonight. Buonaiuto, 29 years old, played for George Brown College. Now the first pitch from De Los Santos. Nope. And they're calling a balk on De Los Santos. Burnside will take second base, it looks like. Looks like the home plate umpire overruled that decision. So it's not going to be a balk. Burnside will stay at first base. Now the first pitch to Buonaiuto. And he hits it right up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Burnside will have to hold up at second base. Went right through De Los Santos' legs almost. Buonaiuto's 5th hit of the postseason.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 18, Jeremy Bayou.
Now Bayou at the plate, making the start at first base tonight for the Cardinals. Bayou doubled and later scored last night in Game 2 in London. Hits the first pitch into right field. Joseph moving in, and he's not going to have to make much of a throw as Burnside will hold up at second base. That ball wasn't too deep, only about halfway into the outfield. So now there's 2 away.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 44, Robin Fox Pappas.
Robin Fox Pappas, the designated hitter at the plate now. He was 1 for 1 last night. He's got runners on first and second with 2 away. Looking for a base hit to possibly tie this ball game. Fox Pappas 235 in the postseason with 2 RBIs. Takes another ball outside, 2-0. Now the 2-0 from De Los Santos. And that one does find the zone. Off-speed pitch, 2-1. That hit by Buenayuto was the first surrendered by Pedro De Los Santos. As time is called here.
Nail file.
So a 2-1 count on Fox Pappas. 2 away. And the pitch. Taken. Did not go around according to first base umpire Alex Tacone. 3 balls and a strike on Fox Pappas. Cardinals in round 1 against the Royals batted .263 with runners on base. Now the 3-1. Taken for a strike on the inside. Looked like it might have missed, but it caught the plate according to Mike Guthrow. So it's full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Robin Fox Pappas. The payoff pitch. Runners going. And it's taken for ball 4. On the inside, looked eerily similar to the last pitch.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 5, Jacob Underwood.
Now Jacob Underwood making the start at third base tonight. Been a nice surprise for the Cardinals so far in the postseason. He leads the team with a .464 on-base percentage. He's got the bases loaded here with 2 away. A huge chance for Hamilton to get on the board and possibly take the lead. Underwood batting .285 so far in the postseason. Now the 0-1 pitch. That one's outside, 1-1. De Los Santos is distraught on the mound. And now time is being called by the majors. Manager will come to the mound to have a chat. So a ball and a strike on Jacob Underwood with the bases loaded. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. London leading 1-0. So a big spot here for Underwood and the Cardinals. The 1-1 now from De Los Santos. And it's hit on the ground of the second baseman, Jacob Newton. He'll throw it over to first in time for the 3rd out. No runs come in for Hamilton. It's still 1-0 London, heading to the top of the 3rd inning.
We go to the third inning, which is brought to you by the Fence Guy and Jerry's Roofing. Leading off the third for London, number 29, Taylor Wright.
Taylor Wright at the plate, 0 for 1 in this game so far. Sam Turcotte still on the mound for Hamilton. He's pitched the first 2 innings, giving up 1 earned run on 3 hits, striking out 3 of the 10 batters he's faced so far. First pitch, a strike from Turcotte. Wright hit a ground ball to advance Newton as this one's crushed into right field. Going back, and it's gone. A home run for Taylor Wright. A solo shot to deep right field. That one landed about 15 feet inside the pole. It was a line drive. The right fielder, Buonaiuto, never had a chance at that one. It's 2-0 London, thanks to Taylor Wright.
Now batting for London, number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
Cleveland Brownlee at the plate, grounded out in his last at bat, but brought in a run. So it's now 2-0 Majors. Now 1-1 count on Brownlee. And this one's hit high into right field. Buonaiuto moving over. And he makes the catch for the first out. A pop out for Brownlee. There's one away.
Now batting for London, number 25, Robert Mullen.
Catcher Robert Mullen at the plate now. Right with his 13th RBI of the playoffs on that solo home run, his second of the series. Now 1-1 count on Mullen. And this one's popped up, back and out of play. Counts 1-2. Catcher Mullen, in his first season with the Royals, 24 years old. From Panama, the 1-2 pitch from Turcotte, fouled off again by Mullen. Count holds. One-two pitch, and Turcotte gets him to swing and miss at that one. A 4th strikeout of the game through 2 2/3.
Now batting for London, number 7, Starling Joseph.
Joseph with a pair of doubles last night in Game 2. Now back at the plate with the bases empty and 2 away. Takes the first pitch for ball 1 from Turcotte. Gets him to swing and miss at that one. Joseph 0 for 1 tonight, struck out in his first time up to end the first inning. It's a 1-1 count now. Pitch from Turcotte. That one's high, 2-1. Two-one curveball. Joseph ducks out of the way. It's high and inside, 3-1. strike. Swing and miss. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Starling Joseph. Turcotte looking to strike him out for the second time tonight. Payoff pitch, and it's low for ball 4. Burnside thought that was strike 3, started jogging off the field, but it's a walk.
Now batting for London, number 22, Byron Reichstein.
Reichstein at the plate now, the left-hander. Batting in the 6th spot tonight, he's got a man on first in Joseph with 2 away. Joseph certainly a threat to steal second. Reichstein 0 for 1 tonight, but batting .437 in 16 plate appearances. Now the 1-0 pitch from Turcotte. Nope, he steps off. Small lead from Joseph at first. 1-0, Joseph going to second. This one's hit into center field. Duncan takes a few steps back, settles under it, and makes the catch for the third out. No runs, or sorry, 1 run comes in on 1 hit there for London. A home run by Taylor Wright. It's 2-0 Majors heading to the top of the 4th inning.
1 run on 1 hit and a man left. The score through
bottom of the 3rd.
Play is London 2, Hamilton 0.
Breaking news out of Saskatchewan.
They caught the guy.
He's dead.
And he's dead?
They ran him off the road, and they feel that he took himself.
Leading up the 3rd inning for Hamilton, number 19, Dennis Devanning.
So back to the top of the lineup now for the Cardinals. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, it's Dennis Devanning, the left fielder. And he hits the first pitch down the line, and it lands just foul for strike 1. Devanning 2 for 5 with an RBI in last night's game. De Los Santos still out there for London to start the 3rd. Cardinals stranded the bases loaded with 2 outs in the last inning. Now the 0-1, and it's fouled straight back this time, 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch to Devanning. It's fouled off again. Devanning had 4 home runs in his first 6 games as a Cardinal. I believe he's only hit one since those. Count still 0-2. Pitch from De Los Santos. Outside 1-2. Now the 1-2 to DeBanning. And it's blooped over down the right field side. And just out of the reach of a diving Dan Perrier. Fully laid out for that one. Count holds at 1-2 though. As DeBanning fouls it off. Great effort by Perrier there to try and catch that ball for the first out. But he was unsuccessful. So the 1-2 pitch again to DeBanning. And it's foul tipped into the glove of the catcher Robert Mullen, and it's a strikeout, one away.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 12, Luis Jean.
Shortstop Luis Jean back at the plate for Hamilton. His second time up. Takes the first pitch upstairs for ball one. This one's hit hard down the third base line, and it's a hit. It's going almost to the warning track. Jean rounding first and heading to second. The throw into second base. In time, and they get him. He just hesitated as he was coming around first base, and it cost him second base there. It was a great hit by Jean. Right down the line, an even better throw by the left fielder, Reichstein.
Number 55, Tyler Duncan.
So Jean caught at second, trying to take an extra base. A terrific throw by Reichstein to the second baseman Newton, who applies the tag. There's two away. Base is still empty now for the center fielder Tyler Duncan. Duncan takes the first pitch for ball one. .1-0 swung on and missed by Duncan, 1-1. Jean coming into this game had 5 postseason extra base hits in 7 games. Got robbed of one there. Now the 1-1 to Duncan is outside, 2-1. Two-one pitch to Duncan. Taken for a strike now, even 2-2 on the changeup. Two-two pitch. And he sits down. Tyler Duncan looking to end the third inning. Score remains 2-0 Majors heading to the fourth.
No run. Brought to you by the Mohawk Mountaineers and First Ontario Credit Union. Leading off for London, number 15, Dan Perrier.
So it's Dan Perrier to lead it off, the first baseman for London. Sam Turcotte still on the mound. Now 2-0 to Perrier. Perrier 0 for 1 tonight, but 10 for 21 so far in the postseason. This one fouled off now, 2-1. Turcotte up over 60 pitches now. As he throws a curveball to Perrier, it's high, 3-1. Perrier swings and misses at that one. The count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch from Turcotte, and it's fouled off. Perrier stays alive. Now the 3-2 again from Turcotte. And it's ball 4, well outside, gets by the catcher Burnside. Perrier trots over to first.
Now batting for London, number 28, Austin Wilkie.
Wilkie at the plate now, 1 for 1, batting in the 8th spot tonight. Still 2-0 Majors here in the top of the 4th inning. They've scored those 2 runs on 4 hits. That first pitch, off speed from Turcotte in there for strike 1. Was the home run by Wright and the ground ball sacrifice by Brownlee that have brought in 2 runs so far. Perrier over at first with nobody away as Wilkie swings and misses at 1. It's 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch, outside, dropped by Burnside, but Perrier stays at first. One-two count on Wilkie. Runner on first, nobody away. Pitch from Turcotte. Just misses again on the outside, 2-2. Two from Turcotte. Swings and misses. He gets Wilkie. Fans him on that one. That's 5 strikeouts for Turcotte. There's 1 away.
Now batting for London, number 12, Keith Kendall.
Keith Candell at the plate now, batting in the 9th spot. Candell 0 for 1 with a walk. 0 for 0 with a walk. Runner going. Perrier headed to second. The throw from Burnside. Got him! An excellent throw by Burnside, and an even nicer catch and tag from the second baseman, Lane Renault, to record the second out and empty the bases. And that's 2 away now for the Cardinals. Now Candell behind 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch is hit into center field, and it's going to be caught by Tyler Duncan, who runs in to catch the line drive, and that'll end the inning. No runs come in for London. Score remains 2-0 heading to the bottom of the 4th inning.
No runs, no hits, and nobody left. The score through 3.5 innings of play is London 2 and Hamilton 0. Leading off the 4th for Hamilton, number 6, Lane Renault.
So it's the second baseman, Lane Renault, at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout tonight, but made a nice play there in the top of the 4th inning to get Dan Perrier trying to steal second base. Takes the first pitch for ball 1 from De Los Santos. Second pitch, that one finds the plate. Renault thought it was outside. It was called a strike by the home plate umpire, Mike Guthrow. Now the 1-1 to Renault. Well inside, 2-1. Two-1 is taken, an off speed. Looked like a change up there from De Los Santos. It's 2-2. Now the 2-2. And it's hit hard down the left field line, and it's fair. Gets by the third baseman right. Lane Renault rounding first, and he's going to wisely hold up at first base. Didn't want to get caught like Luis Jean did there at second, but the big arm of Reichstein in left field.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 32, Ryan Burnside.
You can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time.
The catcher Burnside at the plate now with a runner on first base with nobody away. Burnside, as I mentioned earlier, was 2 for 3 in game 1, including a home run. This one's hit on the ground right at the shortstop, onto second and over to first, and Perrier mishandles it. Burnside rounds first. He's going to head to second, and he'll get there safely as Perrier tries to come up with a throw but kind of slips on the grass. So they get the lead runner, but misplay by Dan Perrier at first.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 37, Anthony Buonaiuto.
Error on the second baseman to get him to second.
So the error was credited to Jacob Newton, the second baseman, on the fielder's choice by Burnside. Now Anthony Buonaiuto at the plate had the first hit of the game for the Cardinals, a single right up the middle. Cardinals have had some chances to score runs in this game, but haven't been able to cash them in, as this one takes a couple hops and is caught by Perrier. And he touches first for the second out, but Burnside advances over to third base.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 18, Jeremy Veilleux.
Jeremy Veilleux at the plate now, starting the game at first base for Hamilton. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Hits the first pitch right to the left fielder, Reichstein, who makes the catch after taking a few steps to his left, and that's the third out. Another runner stranded for Hamilton. It's still 2-0 London, heading to the top of the fifth.
Fans, this is your last call for the concession stand. Will close at the conclusion of the sixth inning. The fifth inning is brought to you by Leona Local 837, and leading off the fifth for London is number 38, Jacob Newton.
So that error was actually credited to the first baseman, Dan Perrier, after the ball went off his glove and got by him. On the ground ball by Ryan Burnside as he catches that ball. Turcotte's still out there on the mound for Hamilton. Jacob Newton at the plate. Newton had a double to lead off the game and had a double and later scored, but was out in his second at bat. This one hit up the middle to the shortstop, Jean. Stops it, throw over to first. A good stretch, but he comes off the bag. It was Jeremy Veilleux. Had to reach to catch that ball in the first place, but his foot comes off. And so it's an infield hit. Ruled for Jacob Newton, his second of the game.
Now batting for London, number 29, Taylor Wright.
So now Taylor Wright back at the plate, hit a home run to deep right field down the line in his last appearance. He's 1 for 2 on the night. That was Wright's second home run of the postseason, and I believe IBL leading 13th RBI. First pitch is hit on the ground to the second baseman, Lane Renault, flipped over to second and throw over to first in time for the double play. A great turn by Lane Renault, Luis Jean, the shortstop. And the catch by Jeremy Veilleux certainly makes up for the last play there. 4-6-3 double play. And there's 2 away, bases empty.
Now batting for London, number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
Cleveland Brownlee back at the plate. 0 for 2. Hit a ground ball that brought in a run in the first inning. Also flew out to right field. First pitch from Turcotte misses outside, 1-0. Brownlee 11 for 24 in the regular season against Hamilton. He gets a hold of this one and puts it into left center field for a base hit. Thinks about second, but turns around. So a 2-out single for Brownlee to extend the inning and bring up the catcher, Robert Mullen.
Now batting for London, number 25, Robert Mullen.
Mullen 1 for 2 tonight with a strikeout as well. Score 2-0 still for the Majors. They scored on that right home run in the third. First pitch from Turcotte misses for ball 1, low and away. This one's hit down the left field line, and it's fair as it gets by the third baseman, Underwood. And takes a couple hops and bounces off the wall. DeBanning chucks it in to the cutoff man, Jean. And it's a double for Mullen to advance Brownlee to third. So a bit of a 2-out rally here for the Majors as they look to add to their lead.
Now batting for London, number 7, Starling Joseph.
Joseph back at the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout in this game. Has a chance to add to his 11 playoff RBIs this postseason. He's got 3 home runs as well. First pitch from Turcotte. Outside, blocked by Burnside. 1-0. Cardinals desperately needing an out here to end this inning and keep it a 2-run ball game. Brownlee calling a balk on Turcotte. Umpire doesn't. This one's hit on the ground to the shortstop. Jean takes it on a couple hops, throw over to first to get the speedy Joseph. Dug out of the dirt by Jeremy Veilleux, and that'll end the inning. No runs come in there for London on 2 hits. It's still 2-0 for the Majors heading to the bottom of the 5th.
No runs on 3 hits with 2 men left. The score through 4.5 innings of play is London 2 and Hamilton 0. Leading off the fifth for Hamilton, number 44, Robin Fox Pappas.
So it's the designated hitter, Robin Fox Pappas, stepping into the box here to lead off the bottom of the fifth inning for the Cardinals as they still trail 2-0 with their backs against the wall here in Game 3, down 2-0 in this best-of-5 IBL semifinal. Another pitch taken for a ball, 2-0. De Los Santos still on the mound. He's pitched 4 innings, given up no earned runs on 3 hits, striking out 3 and walking 3 more of 16 batters. That one does find the zone. It's 2-1. Fox Pappas took a walk earlier in this game. He's 4 for 17, 235 in the postseason so far. That one finds the zone as well, 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch to Fox Pappas. And strike 3 called on the outside. He got him looking there, and there's one away. 4th strikeout of the game for De Los Santos.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 5, Jacob Underwood.
So Jacob Underwood at the plate now in his first year with the Cardinals. Taken for ball 1. Underwood played for Brock University. Hits the second pitch into left field. It's a lofty pop-up, and it's run and caught. It's dropped by Reichstein off the end of his glove. He ran over there. He looked like he got there in time, but unable to come up with that ball. It's going to be an error charge to Reichstein.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 19, Dennis Devaney.
Reichstein, a good defensive fielder, has made a couple nice throws tonight, but that one gets away from him. He'll get credited with the error, and Underwood will reach second base and into scoring position for the leadoff hitter, Dennis DeBanning, at the plate for the 3rd time tonight. Takes the first pitch for ball 1 upstairs. DeBanning 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this game. DeBanning was 2 for 5 last night with an RBI. And he takes another ball on the outside. DeBanning, 19 years old, played for Humber College. Batted .667 in the 2021 IBL playoffs with the Welland Jackfish in a few games. Now the 2-0 pitch from De Los Santos. Another ball, now 3-0. No action in either bullpen so far. Still 2-0 Majors here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 pitch, and that misses the zone as well. It's a 4-pitch walk for DeBanning. He'll put the force back on for London, but one away and runners on first and second.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 12, Luis Jean.
Jean was a .500 batter against the London Majors in the regular season, and he's got a .441 on-base percentage so far in this postseason. Looking for a hit, or maybe his 6th extra base hit of the postseason. Was robbed of one earlier in the game as he rounded first, hesitated a bit, but was caught at second base. First pitch Another ball from De Los Santos, 1-0. Jean steps back in. The 1-0 pitch. Check swing. He does go around. Helmet comes off for Jean. It's 1-1 now. One ball and one strike on Luis Jean. One away. Runners on first and second. The pitch from De Los Santos is outside. 2-1. I'd like to welcome all the fans watching from across the IBL tonight. This is the only playoff game after Welland and Toronto was postponed. Now the 2-1. And fouled off by Jean, evens the count at 2-2. Virtually no wind here tonight at the ballpark. It's about 17 degrees. Great night and weather for baseball. Now a 2-2 count on Jean. And he gets him looking. Jean thought that was low and inside. He's not happy with that call from home plate umpire Mike Guthrow. 2 away.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 55, Tyler Duncan.
It's the 5th strikeout of the game for De Los Santos. As we're here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Majors still leading 2-0, and 2-0 in the series. Tyler Duncan at the plate, the left-hander and center fielder for the Cardinals. Duncan 2 for 3 last night with a stolen base. Duncan with a .394 on-base percentage so far in the postseason. This one is hit high into left field. Reichstein moving over towards the line, and he makes the catch this time for the 3rd out. No runs come in for Hamilton. They strand a couple more. It's still 2-0 London heading to the 6th.
Off the sixth for London, number 22, Byron Reichstein.
So Reichstein at the plate now for the Majors to lead off the top of the sixth inning. Caught that ball for the final out in left field. Sam Turcotte still on the mound for Hamilton. Well over 70 pitches in this game. That pitch misses the zone. It's 1-1. Reichstein tripled in Game 2 in London last night, as he takes that one for a strike as well. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is hit hard into right center field. Duncan moving over at the track, and he makes the catch. Stops up against the fence for the first out. It was a well-hit ball by Reichstein, but not enough to get out of the park.
Now batting for London, number 15, Dan Perrier.
Perrier takes first pitch, curveball for strike one from Turcotte. Hamilton been pretty good on defense so far in the playoffs, a .972 fielding percentage. 8 double plays, including the one tonight. Swing and a miss from Perrier. He's behind 0-2. The 0-2 from Turcotte. And he strikes out Perrier. That's his 6th K of the night. Through now 5 2/3. Turcotte has been very solid.
Now batting for London, number 28, Austin Wilkie.
Austin Wilkie back at the plate. Batting in the 8th spot. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout in this game. Majors still lead 2-0 here in the top of the 6th. 2 outs now. Bases empty for Wilkie. That one finds his zone. It's 1-1. One pitch bounces and hits Burnside in the shin guard there. Wilkie 5 for 20 so far in the playoffs. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Turcotte. Lane Renault tosses the ball back. Now a 2-2 count on Wilkie with 2 away. The pitch. And it's a little bit high now. Full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch now from Turcotte. And it's hit up the middle, and it's going to take 2 hops in front of Duncan, and he'll toss it back in. It's a 2-out single for Wilkie, his 2nd hit of the game. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter.
Now batting for London, number 12, Keith Candell.
Throw over to first from Turcotte. Not in time to get Wilkie as he slides back in safely. Now the first pitch showing bunt. Nope, pulls back for ball 1. The shortstop Candell at the plate now. 0 for 1 with an RBI. With a walk. He's 8 for 22 so far in the playoffs. The 1-0 runner going. Throw from Burnside. In time, another great throw and tag by Burnside and Renault, and that'll end the inning. 2 runners caught stealing for Burnside tonight. No runs come in there for London. Score remains 2-0 heading to the bottom of the 6th inning.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. Score through 5.5 innings of play is London 2 and Hamilton 0. Leading off the 6th for Hamilton, number 6, Lane Renault.
Lane Renault in to lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th for the Cardinals. Pedro De Los Santos still on the mound. De Los Santos has pitched 5 innings, giving up no earned runs on just 3 hits, striking out 5 and walking 4 of the 21 batters he's faced. Lane Renault 1 for 2 tonight with a strikeout. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. And fouled off again now, 0-2. De Los Santos at 74 pitches here in the 6th. Been very efficient tonight. Loaded the bases once. Couple of walks, but only 3 hits. Now a 1-2 count on Renault. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off again now, still 1-2. The 1-2 offering again from De Los Santos. Outside, even now, 2-2. 2-2 pitch to Renault. And fouled off again, still 2-2. Two pitch again to Lane Renault. Taken the slider for strike 3 called. Got him looking. Another strikeout for De Los Santos.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 32, Ryan Burnside.
That's De Los Santos' 6th strikeout of the game. One away here in the bottom of the 6th. Ryan Burnside at the plate. The catcher Burnside 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Burnside from Orleans, Ontario, 25 years old. In his 2nd season with the Cardinals. Played in the 2021 postseason for Hamilton as well. Fouls that one off to even the count at 1-1. Cardinals still trail 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th, and 2-0 in this best-of-5 IBL semifinal. Now the 1-1 to Burnside. Taken outside. 2-1. Two-one pitch now from De Los Santos. Bit of a half swing there from Burnside, but it's strike 2, 2-2. Two-two pitch from Pedro De Los Santos. And it's fouled off by Burnside. Count holds. Burnside, as I mentioned earlier, hit a solo home run in Game 1 of this series. He's got a 2-2 count here with one away. And he strikes out. 7th K of the game for De Los Santos. He's still dealing. 2 away.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 37, Anthony Buonoyuto.
Buonoyuto at the plate now, one of just 3 Cardinals with a hit in this game. He's 1 for 2. This now his 3rd time up. Takes that for ball 1. Nope, strike 1 called. Now the 0-1, this one misses.
That one was better.
So a 1-1 count on Buonoyuto. That one's another called strike. 1-2. 2 outs and the base is empty here in the bottom of the 6th. Cardinals have stranded quite a few runners tonight. This one is a high hopper to the first baseman Perrier. He'll easily pick it up and touch first for the 3rd and final out. No runs come in for Hamilton. It's still 2-0 for the Majors heading to the 7th inning.
Seventh inning is brought to you by Mama Yolanda's and the Power Group Resources. Leading off the seventh for London, number 12, Keith Candell.
Keith Candell leads it off here in the top of the seventh inning. Still pitching pretty strong as that one misses outside. Turcotte through 6 innings has given up 2 earned runs on 8 hits, striking out 6 and walking 3 of the 26 batters he's faced. Keith Candell is 0 for 1 in this game with a walk as well. Fouls that one off. He's behind 1-2. Still nobody throwing in either bullpen. Now the 1-2. And Candell hits one into center. Duncan takes a couple steps in and then a couple steps back, but makes the catch for the first out on the line drive.
Now batting for London, number 38, Jacob Newton.
Now Jacob Newton, the leadoff hitter, back at the plate. This now is 4th at bat of the game. He's 2 for 3 with a run. This has been the closest game of the series so far, with the Cardinals with their backs against the wall. That one a broken bat, and it's a blooper into right field for a base hit with 1 away. That's the 3rd hit of the game for Newton. That'll bring up Taylor Wright.
Now batting for London, number 29, Taylor Wright.
So the number 2 hitter, Taylor Wright, back at the plate, 1 for 3 with an RBI on that home run to right field. Back in the top of the 3rd inning. That was the last run scored in this game. Still 2-0 for the Majors. Throw over to first, not in time. So Newton at first with 1 away. Cardinals looking to keep this a 2-run ball game here in the 7th. Ryan Burnside, the catcher for Hamilton, has caught 2 runners trying to steal second tonight. Check swing, and it's a bunt. And it goes just foul. Well played by the 3rd baseman, Jacob Underwood, letting that ball roll foul. Looked like a check swing there from Wright. Don't think he meant to put that one in play, but he did, until it rolled foul just left of the 3rd base. So right behind 0-2 now after that foul ball. Now the 0-2 pitch from Turcotte. A little bit high. Fastball upstairs, 1-2 now. Wright, 13 for 28 so far in the postseason. 2 home runs and 13 RBIs. Throw over again. Not in time to get Newton at first. Count still 1 ball and 2 strikes on Wright. Pitch from Turcotte. And it bounces and is blocked by the catcher Burnside. Good job to keep it in front of him. Newton remains at first base. Taylor right in his first season with the majors from Vancouver, BC. 25 years old. Now the 2-2 pitch from Turcotte. And it's hit right back to him. Throw to second base, on to the shortstop, Jean, over to first. In time, another double play. This one a 1-6-3 double play to end the inning. Great play by the pitcher, Sam Turcotte, to finish it off. No runs come in for London. It's still 2-0 heading to the bottom of the 7th.
No. Leading off the 7th for your Cardinals, number 18, Jeremy Veilleux.
So it's Jeremy Veilleux back at the plate to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Each team has stranded 6 runners in this game so far. It's still 2-0 Majors as they lead 2-0 in this best-of-5 series. Now the 1-0 to Veilleux. Taken for a strike, 1-1. Veilleux 0 for 2 tonight. This is 3rd trip to the plate. Now the 1-1. Taken, and it's for a strike on the inside half, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from De Los Santos. Just misses outside. Did not go around on the swing according to first base umpire Alex Tacone. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Veilleux. Veilleux with 1 home run in this postseason. He doubled and scored in last night's game. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He strikes out. That's the 8th strikeout of the game for De Los Santos.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 44, Robin Fox Pappas.
De Los Santos still giving up just 3 hits through now 6 1/3. Robin Fox Pappas at the plate with the bases empty and 1 away now. Takes the first pitch for a strike on the inside half. De Los Santos up to 95 pitches now in the game. Fox Pappas 0 for 1 with a walk as well in this game. The 0-1 pitch. Swung and missed. Now behind 0-2. Jacob Underwood on deck here for Hamilton. The 0-2. And that one misses the zone. The catcher, Robert Mullen, thought it was strike 3. But it's ball 1, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch now from De Los Santos. Time is called. Now the 1-2 pitch. And he strikes out Fox Pappas, looking. His second strikeout of the game and the 9th of the game for De Los Santos. A little bit of action in the Cardinals bullpen now.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 5, Jacob Underwood.
It's Julian Russell, the right-hander, warming up. Also, a little bit of stirring going on in the Majors bullpen as well. A little bit of stretching. Now Jacob Underwood at the plate with the bases empty and 2 away. As the Cardinals still trail 2-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Underwood 0 for 2 tonight. Reached on an error by the left fielder Reichstein. Got to second base on that. First pitch, ball 1 from De Los Santos, high and inside. De Los Santos looked a little bit shaky earlier in the game, but has really settled down and taken control. That's a called strike on the outside. 1-1 now on Underwood. Now the 1-1. Taken, that one's outside. 2-1. Pitch to Underwood. That one is in the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch. Underwood gets a piece of it, and it's foul.
Put your hands together.
So the count holds at 2-2 on Jacob Underwood. De Los Santos just given up 3 hits so far in this game, as I mentioned. Here comes the 2-2 again. Underwood ducks out of the way of that one, a fastball up and in. Now a full count, 3-2. Full count pitch from Pedro De Los Santos. And it's hit into center field. A base hit for Jacob Underwood. His first hit of the game. Just what the Cardinals need here. Get a little bit of momentum.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 19, Dennis DeBanning.
The left fielder, Dennis DeBanning, at the plate now. He represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 7th. He's got a man on first in Underwood with 2 away. was Underwood's 7th hit of the postseason in 24 at-bats. DeBanning played really well at the end of the regular season after joining the Cardinals, but has struggled a bit so far in the postseason. First pitch to him. In there for a strike. The off-speed from De Los Santos finds the zone. De Los Santos over 100 pitches now as DeBanning goes around on that one. He's behind 0-2. Oh-2 count on DeBanning. The pitch from De Los Santos. And it's outside. Mullen, the catcher, fakes the throw over. Underwood scurries back to first. So now a 1-2 count to DeBanning. 2 away. And De Los Santos misses the zone on that one. Half the Majors infield thought that was strike 3. But Mike Guthrow says no. Now the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. DeBanning 0 for 2 in this game, looking for his first hit. He struck out and walked earlier. Now the 2-2. And it's upstairs now. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to DeBanning. So now Underwood can get on his horse here with a full count. Pedro De Los Santos settles back in. Payoff pitch to DeBanning. And it's fouled off. Jacob Underwood took off for second. He'll head back. Now De Los Santos over 110 pitches in this game. Payoff pitch, 3-2 count. DeBanning gets a piece of it to stay alive again. That one looked like it might have been low, but he fouls it off anyways. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes. Third baseman right hugging that left field line. A pretty big opening on the left side for DeBanning if he can get it over there. The 3-2 pitch from De Los Santos. And it's hit right through the gap. Jacob Underwood will have to hold up at second base as it was right at the left fielder Reichstein. And it's a single for DeBanning, his first hit of the game. And that'll bring up the hottest hitter in the Cardinals lineup, Luis Jean.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 12, Luis Jean.
Trip to the mound to have a chat with Pedro De Los Santos. We'll see if he stays in this game or not. There is somebody warming up over there in the London Majors bullpen. Can't tell quite who it is. If I had to guess, I would say Bo Lewington. So it looks like De Los Santos is going to stay in this game. He's at 113 pitches right now. 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 5 hits against through 6 2/3. It's a big chance now for Jean and the Cardinals with runners on first and second base with 2 away. They trail 2-0. First pitch to Jean. Taken inside for ball 1. That one well off the plate. Jean with a .441 on-base percentage coming into this game. Now the 1-0. And Jean laces it high and deep to left field. And it's gone! Luis Jean, a 3-run home run to put the Cardinals ahead 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's about as clutch as you can get with the Cardinals and their backs against the wall, down 2-0, being shut out by Pedro De Los Santos. He breaks that shutout with a 3-run dinger to left field. It was a line drive, no doubt about it. And they take a 3-2 lead.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 55, Tyler Duncan.
That'll bring up Tyler Duncan now with a 3-2 Cardinal lead of a 3-run home run by Luis Jean. This Cardinals magical run is not quite over yet as they take the lead here in the 7th. 1-0 count on Tyler Duncan. Now 1-1 as that one catches the inside part of the plate. One swung on and missed by Duncan, 1-2. So a clutch 2-out home run by Jean takes the lead for Hamilton. It's the first lead they've taken in this series in any of the 3 games. That one high and inside, 2-2. Duncan 0 for 3 tonight, still looking for his first hit. Now the Cardinals at 6 hits in the game. De Los Santos still out there at nearly 120 pitches now. The 2-2. And Duncan gets a piece of that one. It bounces foul on the right side. Still 2-2. Couple pitchers warming up for Hamilton. Julian Russell throwing and Jose Fernandez, the lefty, stretching. Got to think now with the 1-run lead, you might see Fernandez coming in for the 8th or 9th. Duncan fouls it off. Count holds at 2-2. Here comes the 122nd pitch from De Los Santos as this one's laced into left center field. Moving back. And it's off the wall. Bounces on the track. Duncan will easily walk into second base with a 2-out double. Cardinals not done here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 6, Blaine Renault.
So out of the game comes Pedro de los Santos after giving up a couple of hits here in the 7th as the Cardinals take a 3-2 lead. He threw 122 pitches in this game, struck out 9 batters, walked 4, gave up 3 earned runs on 7 hits. Into the game comes right-hander Braden Farrington. And Farrington comes in with a runner on second base, and Lane Renault at the plate for the Cardinals now with 2 away. That one's outside, 2-0 to Renault. Farrington in his 9th season with the majors from London, Ontario. 2-0 pitch now to Renault. And it's popped up in the infield. It's behind the plate. Catcher Mullen moving back, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out and to stop the bleeding for the London Majors. Farrington comes in, throws 3 pitches, gets out of the inning with that pop-up. 3 runs come in for Hamilton. They take a 3-2 lead heading to the top of the 8th inning.
3 runs on 4 hits and a man left. Score through 7 complete innings of play is Hamilton 3, London 2. And leading off the 8th for London is number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
So the Cardinals with 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th thanks to a 3-run home run by the shortstop Luis Jean. It looked like London had this series in game all but wrapped up 2-0, shutting out the Cardinals in the first 6 innings. They were just 6 outs away from advancing, but a rally by the Cardinals took the lead, and now we're here in the top of the 8th with Julian Russell now on the mound after Turcotte comes out, threw over 100 pitches as well. 6 strikeouts for him. Julian Russell from Milton, Ontario. He's only pitched 1 inning so far this postseason. Throws that one in the zone. It's 1-1. Cardinals needing a win in this game to extend the series and bring it back here for Game 4 on Friday night. Time is called by Cleveland Brownlee, the designated hitter for London. Now the 1-1 pitch from Julian Russell. And it's smacked into left field by Brownlee. Takes a couple hops and goes off the wall. DeBanning fumbles it at the wall, and it's going to be a leadoff double for the London Majors here in the top of the 8th.
Pinch runner going in.
Yeah, 6. Chris McQueen, pinch runner.
Thank you. Pinch running for London is number 6, Chris McQueen. In the game for Cleveland Brownlee. McQueen for Brownlee. Now batting for London, number 25, Robert Mullen.
So Chris McQueen comes in to pinch run for the designated hitter, Cleveland Brownlee, with a leadoff double. Robert Mullen, the London catcher, at the plate. The left-hander, Jose Fernandez, warming up in the Cardinals' bullpen. Righty-on-righty matchup here for Mullen. First pitch, ball 1 on the inside from Julian Russell. Now the 1-0 from Russell. And a swing. Just got a piece of it, but it's caught by the catcher Burnside. Now 1-1. Robert Mullen 2 for 3 in this ball game with a strikeout. The 1-1 taken high for ball 2, 2-1. It's looking like Farrington will probably come out on the mound for London. Nobody else warming up in the bullpen, as it's a 3-2 game here in the top of the 8th. And this one's pounded, but it is foul. Just about hits the London team bus there in the parking lot. So now a 2-2 count on Robert Mullen. Mullen 10 for 23 so far in the playoffs. No home runs, 3 RBIs. Now the 2-2 from Julian Russell. And it's fouled off to stay alive. Count holds at 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes on Mullen. Runner being held at second by Renault. Breaking ball. Misses the zone now. Full count, 3-2. The runner McQueen will probably be going here. Three balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Robert Mullen at the plate. Runner on second base. Majors down by 1. And it's fouled straight back. Count holds. Three-two count on Mullen still. Payoff pitch from Russell. And it's hit on the ground, just foul down the third base line. Count still 3-2 on Mullen. So 3-2 count still, nobody out. Runner on second. Mullen at the plate, the payoff pitch from Russell. And it's ball four, a little bit low to Robert Mullen. That'll bring up Starling Joseph. Trip to the mound now by manager Jeff Lounsbury. Have a chat with Julian Russell. The rest of the infield joins him. Starling Joseph coming into the plate now. We'll see if they do leave him out there. Nope. It looks like he's coming out of this game, and in comes Jose Fernandez.
This pitching change is brought to you by the Stella Building Solutions.
So into the game comes Jose Fernandez after Julian Russell exits, giving up a double and a walk here in the top of the 8th. Jose Fernandez has pitched 3 innings so far in the postseason, 9 strikeouts, no hits, no earned runs. Been very dominant in all of his appearances. He's got Starling Joseph at the plate with nobody away, runners on first and second. First baseman Jeremy Veilleux playing in with a chance of a bunt. First pitch looked like a curveball there. Strike 1. The 0-1 now to Joseph. Fastball gets Starling Joseph to swing and miss at that one. He's behind 0-2. Joseph 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a walk. An 0-2 count. Pitch from Fernandez. And he gets him to strike out on the fastball. An absolute missile. And there's one away. A huge out for the Cardinals with a 1-run lead here in the 8th.
Now batting for London, number 22, Byron Reichstein.
Reichstein 0 for 3 with a strikeout in this game. Comes in for a lefty-on-lefty matchup. First pitch from Fernandez. Fastball a little bit high for ball 1. One 0 count on Reichstein. The pitch from Fernandez. Fastball right down the middle. It's 1-1. Cardinals pass the heart of the lineup for the London Majors. Gonna need to shut them down here. The 1-1. And this one's popped up into shallow center field. Tyler Duncan running in. And he makes the catch for the second out. Runners will have to hold on that shallow fly ball by Reichstein. There's 2 away.
Now batting for London, number 15, Dan Perrier.
Dan Perrier now 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk in this game. He's got runners on first and second with 2 away. He'll face Fernandez. That one's in the dirt, blocked by Burnside. Runners hold at first and second. One 0 count on Dan Perrier, the first baseman. Pitch from Fernandez. And it's popped up into right field. Anthony Buonaiuto takes a couple steps in and makes the catch. The Cardinals escape a jam thanks to Jose Fernandez. A couple runners on with nobody out. He gets a strikeout and 2 pop-ups. And that'll end the inning. No runs come in for London. They still trail 3-2 heading to the bottom of the 8th.
Leading off the 8th for Hamilton, number 32, Ryan Burnside.
So here we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hamilton Cardinals leading Game 3, 3-2. Needing a win here tonight to extend the series and avoid elimination. It's Ryan Burnside, the catcher, up first here in the bottom of the 8th. Braden Farrington comes back out after finishing the bottom of the 7th. Jose Fernandez with a clutch pitching performance in the top half of this inning to get the Cardinals out of a jam. Now an 0-1 count on Burnside. Got a piece of it, but it's caught by the catcher Mullen. It's 0-2. Burnside 0 for 2 tonight with a walk and a strikeout, batting .275 in the playoffs. The 0-2 pitch now from Farrington. It's hit on the ground to the second baseman, Newton. Throw over to first, Perrier reels it in, and there's one gone.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 37, Anthony Yuto.
What you know about going out, head west, red legs, TV, talking in the headrest, trying to lift it up, back jewels in your truck.
Now Anthony Yuto, who made that catch to end the 7th. End the top of the 8th. Yuto 1 for 3 tonight, had a single up the middle earlier in this game. Takes ball 1 as that bounces. Now the 1-0 is hit into left field, and that's going to drop over the head of the third baseman, Taylor Wright. It's a 1-out double as he stands up. The throw over from Reichstein from left field, not in time. A little bit off the mark, and that's a 1-out double for Yuto.
Now batting for Hamilton, number 18, Jeremy Bayou.
So it's Jeremy Veilleux at the plate now. 0 for 3 with a strikeout in this game. Looking for his first hit. Would be a big one for the Cardinals with a runner on second now, 1 away as Farrington steps off. Cleans out his cleats. Now the first pitch from Farrington. Inside on Veilleux. One 0 count now on Veilleux. Taken on the inside. This one does catch the zone according to home plate umpire Mike Guthrow. It's 1-1. Veilleux batting .222 in the playoffs. 1 home run and 4 RBIs. Would love to add another insurance run here for Hamilton. The 1-1 from Farrington. And he steps off, forces Yuto back to second base. A ball and a strike on Veilleux. Pitch from Farrington is hit into center field, and it's going to be caught. Sliding catch from the center fielder, Wilkie. Throw on to third. It's a little bit off the mark. So Yuto. And they're going to say that Yuto left early. So it's a double play for London. That'll end the inning. Tough break there for the Cardinals. Looked to me like he was on second, but he did get a good jump, that's for sure.
No runs on 1 hit and no men left. The score through 8 innings of play is Hamilton 3, London 2.
So 3-2 Hamilton heading to the top of the ninth. Jose Fernandez coming back out.
Is brought to you by Joseph College and the Tripenco Insurance Group. Leading off the ninth for London, number 28, Austin Wilkie.
So Austin Wilkie to lead it off here in the top of the ninth. Majors trail 3-2. They're going to need at least one run to extend this game. Wilkie 2 for 3 tonight with a strikeout. Made that nice sliding grab to end that last inning. As the first pitch swinging and missing from Fernandez. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1. Taken in the dirt from Fernandez. 1-1.
Yep.
Fernandez on the save.
Mm-hmm.
And Russell with the hole.
You have to get a player in there for a hole. Maybe, I don't know. I've never understood how they do that.
1 ball and 1 strike on Wilkie. Pitch from Fernandez. Swing and a miss on the fastball. He's ahead 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch from Fernandez on Wilkie. Inside, just misses the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch to Wilkie. And it's a little bit high. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if Fernandez comes back with the fastball. It's his best pitch. The full count pitch. And he swings and misses. Wilkie strikes out. Another K for Jose Fernandez. That'll bring up Keith Candell, the shortstop.
Now batting for London, number 12, Keith Candell.
So now 1 out. Keith Candell at the plate, base is empty. Majors needing a run to extend this ball game. First pitch from Fernandez. Candell watches strike 1 at the knees. Now the 0-1. Swing, and he did go around. So now 0-2. I expect Fernandez to throw something nasty or maybe a high fastball. Now the 0-2 pitch. And Fernandez strikes him out with the heater. And there's 2 away.
Now batting for London, number 38, Jacob Newton.
And who else but the leadoff hitter, Jacob Newton, at the plate now. 3 for 4 tonight with a run. Been the best London hitter of this game. Now, lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch from Fernandez. Just misses the zone. 1-0. The 1-0. This time it misses the zone again. 2-0 on Newton. Taylor Wright on deck for the Majors. If it gets to him, he homered earlier in this game. Now the 2-0 from Fernandez. This one does find the zone. 2-1.
That was a makeup.
Makeup call. Two-one pitch from Fernandez. Newton watches ball 3, low and away. Fernandez taking a breather. Two outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Hamilton leads 3-2. Trails 2-0 in this series. The 3-1 from Fernandez. And he gets him to swing and foul it off right into the glove of Burnside. Now a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch to Newton. And Fernandez rings them up looking to end the ball game. The Cardinals win Game 3 of the IBL semifinals. And they make it a 2-1 series lead for London. And they force Game 4 back here in Hamilton on Friday night. An excellent performance by lots of Cardinals pitchers tonight. Sam Turcotte started the game, kept them in it through 6 and a couple. And then Jose Fernandez comes in, gets them out of a jam, and they win the ball game as he strikes out a bunch of batters. A clutch home run by Luis Jean was the difference in this one. A 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th to give them a 3-2 lead, and that's the way it stayed. So Cardinals take this one 3-2 and force Game 4, as I mentioned. They had their backs against the wall tonight, but they got out of it down 2-0 for the majority of the game. So we'll see you back here.
London, 2 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors, 8 men left. Hamilton, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 7 men left. The winning pitcher is Sam Turcotte. The losing pitcher is Pedro de los Santos. And the save to Jose Fernandez. The game took 2 hours, 47 minutes.
Our final.
For the entire Hamilton Cardinals organization, thank you for attending tonight's game. We look forward to seeing you back here Friday night, Game 4 of this series, which starts at 7:30 p.m. Until then, have a great night and drive safe.
Cardinals win 3-2. We'll see you back here on Friday night at 7:35 p.m. First pitch for Game 4 of the IBL semifinals. Well, the Cardinals will look to do what they did tonight one more time to force a Game 5, hopefully in London. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm Jarrett Matthews. Have a good night.